Hello, Evan here. So this is going to be a little bit different of a video, in the sense that there's actually going to be a few edits, not like major edits, but just a few little clips here and there, a few cuts, or just like stuff stitched together. And it's because we're actually going to be going away from our like primary domain that we've probably gotten used to by now. Because this is my first like music production lesson video, and it's something that I wish I had like when I was starting out with this like specific new instrument, because it's something really simple, but it's very like, if you're new to that world, it's not really something that's as apparent as it would be to someone who's like been in the world of recording for a long time. So anyways, in this video, we're going to be talking about mono versus stereo recording, like in synthesizers. And of course, it's like I have a synthesizer right here, but the thing is that I feel like it would be a better example if you so like a larger keyed synthesizer. This is my synthesizer Ty right here. He's hooked up to my computer Dean. I've been recording some stuff with him, but either way, like I just wanted to, but either way, the synthesizers I have to show you, they're actually outside of my room, and so I'm gonna take you with me. All right, here we go. Hold on. See you in just a second. So this is gonna be a quick little description, real quick. So in case you wanted to know, these are my two like synthesizers. I have more than two. I have four in total, but three of them that look like this, that have the 5-octave keyboard. But either way, this is Berlin, my Yamaha DX7, and Dion, my Roland D50. And they're a perfect example for this video because they actually have mono versus. And they're a perfect example for this video because they have mono versus stereo. So Berlin has a mono connection right here, and that means that her signal just goes through like one channel, and so it doesn't do like a side-to-side thing. And from there, essentially you can see that since she just has one cable, it goes into one input, either into a speaker or into your computer. And so it's like I got my guitar amplifier right here, and so it works out that way. And now with stereo, it's a little different. So with stereo, like in Dion's case, she has two. She has one for the left channel, which is what you're gonna hear on the left, which is what you're gonna hear on the left side, like her left speaker or left earphone, and then one on the right. And I have them like labeled so I don't lose track of them. And so yeah, from here I'm going to show you how they hook up now. Cool. All right. Okay, so now I have moved Dion in back into my room, and you can see my recording setup right here. It's a little messy at the moment, but essentially this is the audio interface we're going to be working with. Yeah. So at the moment, Dion's not plugged in or turned on. and so and so I'm basically going to just set this up to where like it's a simple day one, like you just got a hardware synthesizer and you're just trying to do something with it immediately, and you just want to record something, you just want to play around with it or anything like that. And so yeah, first things first, it's good to plug it in. So plug it in, and I'm not going to turn her on just yet, just to show you best practices and just to keep like any sort of like thing from happening, especially because it's like they don't make Roland D50s anymore, and so it's like it's good to and with any electronic instruments, but especially like synthesizers and older synthesizers like from the 80s and 90s, it's best to hook everything up before you actually press the power button. So all right, so you have the two instrument cables, and we're going to hook them up to the audio interface. And I've got my mic and my other synth tie hooked up here, but we don't need them right now. And so we're going to unplug the mic, unplug tie. Yep, and now we're open. And also if you have a Scarlett like 2i2 Focusrite audio interface like me, essentially what you want to do is like switch this little dial from line. Since line is preferred when you're dealing with microphones, but since Dion's a stereo instrument and she needs both of them, I'm gonna switch over to from line on this side over to instrument, and then this one's already on instrument, so we're good there. Oh, and another thing we want to do, essentially, it's I have my mic turned up because I'm a very soft-spoken person. But instruments, like they tend to have a hotter signal, especially synthesizers and guitars. And so, yeah, and so this one's about here. And so if we set this one to be, just about there, we're gonna have a pretty even signal. Now then, so, I'm sorry, one more time. Essentially, it's like the left channel is gonna go right here, and the right channel is gonna go right here. So the left cable, right cable. So left cable, follow it around, it's this one. And so, like this one's 20 feet long and we're just going a few feet, and so I'm not gonna take too much out of it. Either way, yeah, so, since this one's left, we go, kind of hard to do with one hand, but we put it into the left, and it's good there. And then the same thing with the right, so, right, follow it around, and it's this one. It's funny, there's only two, but either way, I think it's a good thing. Anyway, either way, and for simplicity's sake, I'm going to just swing the rest of this around here, like just to make sure there's not like, just trying to simplify the process. So yeah, this is the, hold on. First music production tutorial. It's like if you learn the first part, then you learn the other parts. It's an iterative process. Either way, yeah. So basically, you have your right one right here, and then it goes into the right channel. And so from there, that's basically it. And now that we're all hooked up, we can faithfully and safely turn on, we can faithfully and safely hit the power switch, and Dion will safely turn on. There we go. I had her on the second setting, but like my favorite setting that we're gonna do for this video is this one. Patch bank 5, patch number 5. There we go. All right, cool. So we got Dion set up here. And so usually I have her set up with just headphones because I don't have any like external speakers. But for the sake of this video, I have hooked up my Alltech Lansing speaker. It's funny because if you think about it, speakers are like singers because like they're like carrying the voice of the singers or the rappers or whoever, or the instruments in this case. But yeah, so you're gonna turn the speaker on.
Powering on. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
Yeah, and so it's and so you're gonna want to turn the headphone setting up a lot higher than you would if you were having your headphones in, and after you're done with this, remember to turn it down. If you're trying to do a demonstration type thing. So yeah, so so I'm gonna put the speaker here so the microphone captures it, and basically from here, and it's good to make, and whenever you're doing this for the first time, it's good to make it so your volume dial is like all the way down. And basically when you do that, like you don't hear anything, like it's playing down. However, whenever you do hook it up and you like gradually pull it up, it's like, yeah, so it's like that. Yeah, and I won't get into the digital audio workstation, the music software, like part of it right now, but essentially it's like if you go in there and you set up an audio track, and like look up tutorials on how to do that if you don't know how to do it. If you assign it to a stereo track and you have a 2 input audio interface like mine, then essentially it's gonna pick up the with this hookup we just did, it's gonna pick up both channels. And from there, the moment you press record, it'll be like do, 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 and then you can start doing your thing. Like that. Yeah, so that's basically it. If y'all like these videos, like please let me know, because at the end of the day, it's like I'm autistic, and that means I'm mind blind, which means on top of it being difficult to communicate, like verbally, I can't really read people's minds, and so it helps me to know like what people are thinking, like whenever they tell me, like in a direct way, like in a comment, and so like music fans, music producers, enthusiasts, like any of y'all, like if you like this video, I wanted to just invite you to like drop me a comment and just let me know what you think, if you want to hear more of this stuff. And again, it's like stuff wasn't the cleanest like setup here, but again, it's like I already told y'all my videos are gonna be like unfiltered and like lightly edited, if edited at all. And so at the end of the day, it's like this is a judgment-free zone. I don't judge y'all, and I just want and I would at the minimum like to think that y'all wouldn't want to judge me. But either way, even if you do, like at the end of the day, I'm not trying to give you like this super clean, polished setup, like in a time in my life when I don't like have that like at the ready. And so at the end of the day, I just wanted to just share this stuff with you and just be um, like, hey, you got a synthesizer, you got some instrument cables, you got a power cable, you got audio interface, you got a music software, you got a computer, and you're basically wondering how you can start playing with your synth like live, as in like starting to record it into the computer. Essentially, this is a no-nonsense video where it's just like, here's how to do it, and you're good. And also, I'm just gonna try to make these like fun for y'all, because like chances are, if you're doing music like this, or if you're doing anything sort of creative, like where tutorials are needed, like in cases like this, like outside of like the typical 9 to 5, the typical like career occupation type thing, I sense that it's something that's going to be kind of difficult, and so in light of that, it's like I just want to try to keep these light too, and try to toss in and tie in and throw in a few jokes here and there. And so, I mean, it's funny, I'm not exactly sure what I look like at this angle of the camera, but either way, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like, you got this if you're like just getting into something like this, or if you're just getting into music in general. Don't be afraid to do you. Don't be afraid to go for that idea that you think that maybe not everybody else is doing, but somebody, at the end of the day, somebody's gonna like whatever you're dishing out, because it's like someone's interested in every genre of music. Anything that you've ever heard of, somebody played it, somebody listened to it because they were interested in it. And whatever you're interested in, you can find other people who are interested in it, who are also interested in it. Yeah, Alan Watts taught me that. But yeah, basically, and it's funny because like Alan Watts taught me that by way of Logic. Like Logic sampled Alan Watts in one of his songs on his second album. Either way, yeah. So that's basically it. I'm hoping this. I'm hoping this brightened your day, and and I'm also hoping it inspired you to get into your own sort of and I'm also hoping it inspired you to sort of get into your own like sharing of tips, like if you're a music producer too, or if you have any sort of like technical ability, like in the music or in the creative spaces in general. Like this is what a first tutorial can look like, and it can still work out, because it's I'm hoping that like all this stuff that I shared before, as far as like hooking things up, like made sense, because I definitely wish I could have had somebody like that explaining like stereo and mono, because it's like with mono, it's like you can just plug something in like the same way you would your guitar, because I started with guitars before I started with synthesizers. And so yeah. Either way, that's basically it. I'm really glad that you made it to the end of this video, and and again, like, in terms of learning, it's only up from here. In terms of quality, it's only up from here. It's basically like Teal Swan says, like the better it gets, the better it gets, or the better it gets, the better it can get, you know? That second one helps me more, because like sometimes even when it has a potential to be like so much better, sometimes it's still doesn't end up being better. But either way, it's funny, I'm sensing my video topics kind of bleeding into each other. I'm into this video, but either way, that's basically it. And I'm gonna keep dropping game for y'all, and just like I'm just sharing stuff that I know, like stuff that I think can help you. And so yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, so I really hope this helped. And so like like, and again, I'm autistic. I can't read your mind, and so it's like I invite you to let me know in a comment like what you think of this, if this helped, if you think it'll help in the future, if you get one of these, or if you like this sort of thing in general. So either way, at the end of the day, I love you. I think you're awesome. I'm so glad you exist among us. If you want to hear more about like my music production lessons, I got a video right here. And yeah, that's basically it. I love you. You're awesome. I'm so glad you exist. If you're not having a good day, I hope that this brightened it up a little bit. And if you are having a good day, I hope that this made it even greater. Either way, love you. Bye.